Hey guys, happy Thursday. So, I wrote down a little list earlier, and on that list, it had all these topics that I think I'm going to write and try to talk about, because it seems like you guys actually do care about my opinions on stuff, and I do have opinions on stuff. It's taking me so fucking long to gain opinions on stuff, but I actually have. And I think the first video that I ever made on this channel, I was still in my parents' house and I had all these books behind me because I am an avid reader sometimes. And basically what I was talking about is like, when I look out in the world, I don't actually see anyone else who's similar to me at all. All I see other people for sure, but I don't think they see the world the same way that I see the world. And I don't think they actually see me in the way that I see myself, which is why I felt like I needed to turn on the camera. And I thought it was interesting because every time I post a video, I get these weird ass comments that it's like, my video will be like ABC 1 2 3 happy, and somebody else will be like, why the fuck are you sad? And it's like, did you watch the video at all? Are you just trying to be hateful? Nice to see you. And then, and I think I'll try to unpack this one a little bit more. Some of these topics I'm actually just trying to unpack for myself. So you guys are kind of here for the process. I'm all about the process, right? Like, there's that book, the Show Your Work sort of book, where it really talks about, like, at every step, if you're creating something, even if it's not good, it's still something. So, like, show that. Some people have created nothing. So you're not there. You're not in the nothing stage. But what about, like, the fact that, the comment that I got today that was, a little messy Marvin comment was one that was basically telling black women to go fuck off, because I guess some people are making videos about Jay Ellis getting married. I don't know, like, and I think this is more about, I think some black women, I feel like Monique has been like a prime example of this year, but like, they just aren't able to like live their own lives, you know what I mean? Like, as in, like, they're looking at like other people's lives and maybe like the way the world might see them, and then just living vicariously through that, as opposed to just like having your own lived experiences, and just creating meaning for yourself, outside of your racial group, or maybe your identity, if her identity is like being fat or something. Like, this channel is Olivia's channel, and every single video I do is about a different topic. And I'm actually not talking about other people most of the time. Like, most of the time I'm actually talking about myself. So, like, for me, another thing I realized is that, like, I think the chaos in my apartment is like really causing me or inhibiting me from moving closer to some of my goals. But I also think there's just so many things, so many aspects of my life in this adulthood that I'm trying to still figure out, and I feel like they haven't come all the way together yet, and it's a problem for me. But I just feel this really deeply. Like, I feel like I do not want to get myself together here, because, when I say here, I mean in America, because I feel like I'm not wanted here. And I'm trying to be like very honest about this. If I will link this video, the video that I'm referring to here, I have a video that I made about privilege when I was at NYU. And that was another time when I came to this realization, like, oh shit, like, this space is not for me. This is not my space. And it was a hard truth, right, to confront and to realize. But then once I realized it, I was like, oh yeah, I don't have to be here. I could just go home. But then, my parents sold their home, and now I don't really feel like I have a home. And I guess I kind of do. I have an apartment right now, let's be clear, but like, if I leave this apartment, that's it. Like, I don't have any more roots here. there's no need for me to be here. I mean, there's other things maybe one reason why I would possibly stay, but I think I'm gonna terminate that. So there isn't anything else. And you know, I would actually like to go find a better society full of people who don't want to see me die, because that feels bad. It just, like, I wrote, this is one of the topics that I wrote about, but watching those Sesame characters be that evil to Black children today was just like, it wasn't just depressing, it was just like another day. It was just another day. And there's so many people who just won't care about that. And even the parents, you know, it's just Karens, they'll just be like, yeah, it's because the child is, they'll like rationalize and reason away why that's not wrong. And if we can't agree that like that's not wrong, I don't think that there's any moving forward. And that's really the way that I feel about this country. They're like, we can't agree on that, therefore we can't move forward. There's no forward from that. Like that is like a hard stop where it's kind of like, okay, clearly in this country, Black humans are not accepted. And as a person with American citizenship, it just means nothing to me. Like, I do not see myself as a member of this fucking country. I just don't. I'm not optimistic about the future here. I just wanted to be honest about that. Cause also, like, I don't want people to get the wrong idea and read into that in some other way where it's like, some people feel like they're over the country, but then they feel like, you know, they should take something from the country. Like, that's actually not how I feel. And I feel like I've actually felt this my entire life. Like, I felt like I didn't want to take anything from the country, but I also didn't want to give anything to the country. Like, I don't want to start any business because I don't want to generate any profit for this country, right? Like, I don't really want to take my artistry seriously in this country because I don't want to tour here. You know, I don't want to settle down and be in a serious relationship with anyone here because I don't feel like anyone's valuable here. And I felt like that for a very long time, maybe my entire life. So I feel like what I've done is like play around with people, like play around with companies, just toy around with stuff, and just to kind of like get my feet wet and see like what it's actually like to make decisions about that when I really feel like I want to start a real life. But I don't see this as a real life for me. I don't think everyone else feels like that, because I feel like there are some people who truly do believe in this like idea of America and like, you know, to go through the systems and participate in the systems and feel like their contributions to the systems are changing the systems and changing the country and improving the country in ways, I don't know which ways those are, but in some ways. But for me personally, I don't feel like that now, and I also have never felt like that. And I want to put it into words, and words here, because I feel like there might be other people who feel like that, and they just don't have the words for it, and they've never like heard anyone say it or kind of like really feel that way. Yeah, so I feel that way. And if you also feel that way, some of the ways that you can remedy that or start to work through that are making sure each day you go outside. Like, each day you have to go outside and make a plan to leave and be very serious and meticulous about your plan of exit, because you can do it. I'm going to leave, and I don't know if I will be happier by doing that, but I do know that I will have something different. And you know, I for one just desperately need something different, because I have to feel like I'm alive, because I am alive, but man, for the past few years it hasn't really felt like that.